Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're taking a look at the Real Grade Evangelion Unit 1. Yet another Evangelion Unit 1, please clap. And you could get this model kit at the Big Bad Toy Store. You have the option of a normal version or a DX version, which is the one we're taking a look at today. The difference is minimal. Jesus, calm down, would you, Bandai?
Did you say?
No, I didn't, but I did have to build this thing, and you could see my full build of it on Jobby 2. Subscribe to my second channel for more live streams. So why does the RG label give us reasons to give a shit about another Evangelion Unit 1? Well, the Real Grade line of model kits from Bandai is basically high-grade kits with master-grade quality detail. If you didn't know what any of that meant, go check out my model kit review playlist. Yes, that exists. And if you don't know what Evangelion is at this point, it's basically... Yeah, that basically sums it up. Building this model kit was quite the experience, especially coming from someone who hasn't built a model kit in a long-ass time. This thing is a masterpiece of color separation. I can't really say that without sounding slightly racist. What I mean is, usually for a model kit like this, such as Bandai's standard high-grade line, smaller areas like these little orange parts on the knees here would be left unpainted and left for a sticker to cover. Not so on this model kit. Every single color that you see here is a separate piece. Bottom of the feet, the little black dots on the foot guards, the red dots on the chest, the emblem on the shoulders, even the eyes. All those little red accents that you see, yes, separate pieces. Bah! No! Stickers! Necessary! Can we get a like for optional stickers? Thank you. But you still do get a sheet of stickers if you're wrong. This model kit is completely unpainted. But just like any unpainted model kit, I would say the look would be improved with some slight weathering. I encourage you to do so if you have the time and the passion. The downside of this masterful color separation is that some of the pieces, as you can imagine, are stupidly tiny. Tiny as some of the parts may be, they are still incredibly detailed. I mean, check out the mouth. My budget camera may not be able to pick this up, but yes, Unit 1 here does have a set of human teeth. She even has a tongue. Shinji's mom does have a tendency to scream at random points, and that's due to this overly loose hinge joint at the mouth, but at least the jaw keeps its pose. It's just a bit annoying that the mouth can't close all the way, so she's kind of left jaw agape for most of the time, just like me during a stream. Jesus, close your fucking mouth. This loose part reminds me of the hesitation I felt about the Real Grade line in the past. Up until this point, I've only handled two Real Grade model kits, the RX-78-2 and the Zaku, and both of them were terrible experiences. It was basically like playing with bold forms ladies, but you had to build them. Fortunately, this model kit is a huge step up. Does not feel like a noodle at all, but she ain't perfect. This is something you don't want to go too ape with. All it'll take is one tight squeeze and... Also, the horn tends to pop off, but you do get an extra horn, which has the same looseness but doesn't have those green stripes. In fact, this horn requires a sticker to look complete. Why even include that when we have this awesome pre-built horn? Like, fuck off. Most of the joints, though, are fairly fun to boom! Ball joint at the head, hinge joint at the base of the neck, which allows her to look up and down. Butterfly joint, and notice her tit muscles move while you do that. Ball joint at the base of these shoulder thingies, which allows them to get out of the way for the arm rotation. Hinge joint here allows the arm to move out. Biceps biceps suck. The way these things barely come together is unacceptable. However, I'm positive there is a way to tighten up this bicep joint. Leave a comment for your suggestions. Bend at the elbow, ball joint at the wrist, hinge joint, and if you swivel the wrist, you get some of that anatomical shifting once again. And the three classic segments of Evangelion biology are not ball joints like you would expect. Instead, you get a straight up hinge joint, hinge joint, hinge joint, which allows for a really nice crunch, and an arcing back. Each segment also has a bit of tilt. A very nice kick, can move back that far. Hinge joint at the hips and the base of the hips, if you can catch it there, allow for a bit spread. Not as beautiful as I would like. It's actually being limited by these vaginal protrusions. But again, it's a nice anatomical detail. Thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and if you notice, there is a slight bulging of the thigh when you bend it. Very Nice. Hinge joint, ankle swivel, ball joint at the foot guard, a downward point, beautiful pivot, and a toe bend. The kit is very poseable and fun to pose, except those biceps, they can actually go to hell. You get a ton of posing options by way of alternate hands. A pair of fists, relaxed hands, chopping hands, open hands, trigger finger hands, which allows her to hold the iconic pallet rifle. This thing even has its fair share of color separation. The orange, the gray, the barrel, all separate parts. A pair of thumbs up hands, which are actually knife holding hands. And these two progressive knives can be stored in the shoulders. Just kidding, they're separate parts. And you get a pair of claw hands, which, if you get her arms in the proper position, can accommodate this included AT field. Ooh, I like the look of that a lot. Moving away from the hands, let's open up her back. And you reveal the entry plug. And yes, the whole entry plug can be stored in here. None of that fake entry plug bullshit. Not quite detailed, though you actually do need a sticker to complete the look of it. And it's one of those wraparound stickers, so yeah, fuck that. However, the model kit does not come with a stand, which is no problem. She's lightweight enough to be carried by a band like the Mighty Ninja Z5. However, if you got the DX version like I did, you do get an included transport platform, which I did not build. On camera, this thing features shifting parts, and you can easily lock up Unit 1. But an idle Evangelion is not complete without the umbilical cable, which has a bendy wire for posability, excellent, and that plugs right into the back. Impressive display, but not quite as impressive as the metal build version. A commendable amount of detail, though. I'm pretty sure this is show accurate from what I remember. Loving that underside detail, too. But is this thing worth an extra $20 or more, depending on where you get it? Yeah, fuck it. Size comparison. Here's Evangelion Unit 1, Evangelion Unit 1, Evangelion Unit 1, my last review, Planet X Morse, and Evangelion Unit 1 as painted by yours truly. And Madoka Godzilla Prime. As a model kit, there's no question this thing gets a undeniably brilliant engineering, and you model kit builders will have a blast. But for my personal preference, compared to all the things that I've taken a look at on this channel so far, my personal opinion, make no mistake, I really like this, but I don't love it. Not quite up to the level of solidity that I want, not enough weight, not enough height. This might be the hottest take on my channel, but I don't give a shit. This is just how I feel.
I've had enough of your bullshit, Jobby! We are on lockdown! I'm tired of your excuses that you don't have time to build mono kits! I'm literally a war veteran and I can make 4 hours of my day to sit down and build! Build more Gundam! Build more Gundam!
Shut up! Have you ever considered that I just don't enjoy building model kits as much as I used to? Huh? You ever think about that? Hey man, come on, I didn't mean to yell. Hey! We're on lockdown, remember? You can't go outside. Oh shit, I think he died. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing for more of my toy reviews. And yes, that includes more model kits. And consider sharing this video with your friends and family if they're into this sort of thing. And if they are into this sort of thing, I'd consider keeping your distance. Not like we have a choice, right?